Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode with me, Shashank Gudappa. And in today's episode, we are going to understand the insurance sector. Now, insurance sector obviously is a very big sector. It might get very confusing. Last time we looked at the banking sector and we tried to realize how to read financial statements of banks. But this time we're going to look at the insurance sector and we're going to read how premiums are made, how they calculate growth, how they calculate valuations. And we're going to find in today's video who are the top two guys that are there in the space and who's looking good and who's looking bad. Okay, so we're going to look at all of this, one growing incumbent and one normal incumbent. Now, today's video is also going to talk mostly about life insurance and not general insurance because as I said, the insurance topic is too vast. So general insurance I'll do next time. But first we will do life insurance. So before wasting any more time, let's get into the video. Guys, before we begin, let's thank our insurance partners for today, which is Policybazaar. Now on Policybazaar, basically you can buy a wide range of insurance products, including term insurance. Now, term insurance is basically a type of insurance policy that provides coverage to a policyholder for a certain term of years, right? Also, if something really unfortunate happens to you, then a life insurance usually comes into place where it takes care of your financial burdens that might come upon your family as well. Now, suppose the policyholder meets with something really unfortunate when the insurance is active, a lump sum monetary benefit is to be paid to the nominees of the insured policyholder. Now, a question comes at how much do we buy, right? It should basically cover 20 times your annual salary. So if your annual salary is 5 lakhs, you should get a minimum cover of at least 1 crore if not more. Now on Policybazaar, you can compare and buy from 20 different insurers. You also get low premiums with high sum insured. You can actually get a 1 crore plan for only 490 rupees a month. They also give you a 10% discount and also you get 24/7 claim assistance. Now, apart from having a tax benefit under ATC, if you have any problem, Policybazaar guys can actually come home to help you with any settlements, claims, documentation process as well. So if you want to know more, click on this description below and let's get back to the video. Now guys, I'm going to show you two life insurance companies. Now, I'm not going to tell you who's better and who's worse, but I'm going to show you two life insurance policy. Why? Because we're doing a case study and we're going to learn today what is happening. Now, we also know that LIC is obviously the biggest player in the market, but LIC is not doing really well since their IPO. Why? Because LIC IPO was very big compared to its sale. That's why it's on a downward trajectory right now. But if you look at the other two players in the market, which is HDFC Life and SBI Life, let's try to understand their analysis. Now, looking at a market cap perspective, HDFC Life is at 110 lakh crore market cap and SBI is at 117 lakh crore market cap. That means both of them are pretty much equal to each other. Even with PE ratios, they're equal to each other. Even with book value, slightly different, right? But both of them are very similar with respect to market cap. But why is HDFC Life's entire share price going down, whereas SBI Life's 1 year chart is actually in a normal trajectory and not going down? And if I do a max chart, if you see max chart, SBI is going up, whereas HDFC Life is not going up right now, even though they're at the same market cap. So before we dive in, let's first quickly understand some revenue numbers. Now, if you look at HDFC Life as a sales perspective, how much money they're making, 67,000 crores is what they're making. Whereas if you look at SBI, they're making approximately 81,000 crores, right? So I'm sorry, 82,000 crores right now. So from a revenue perspective, SBI is slightly more than HDFC. Operating profit 778 in HDFC and SBI is 730. So SBI is actually lower in terms of operating profit. That means their expenses are slightly higher compared to the expenses of HDFC Life, right? Now, both their operating profit margins are approximately at 1 to 2%, so nothing great over there. Other income 1,000 crores, other income over here 7 crores. So if you look at profit before tax, HDFC is at 1565 and 1368 at 86 as net profit, and here they have a slightly better net profit. So SBI is slightly dealing with a better net profit and a better EPS. But this is not how you understand insurance companies. We'll go more deep dive into the investor presentation of this company, right? Now, let's look at quickly some new terms you will learn today. Please look at it from a learning case study model. Some new terms you will learn today, right? Now, coming down, let me just directly show you. So there's something called as APE. Okay. Now there is something called as APE, which is very important. There are few things in the market that is very important. That is, one is APE and the second one is something called VNB. Now, APE is basically called annual premium equivalent. Okay, annual premium equivalent, which is basically measured to find out the comparison of a life insurance revenue by normalizing all the policy premiums. So the more APE comes in, that means new annual premium equivalent comes in, the more revenues you will ideally get. That is number one, right? So new business premium are also called as VNB, right? Value from new business premium or new business premium is also there. So this is new business premium, this is old business that you already have, which is your premium, and that is the best thing about insurance business, right? They keep keep giving you premiums year on year. You'll get premiums and you're sorted. The only problem they have is when something really goes wrong and they have to give a lump sum amount to you. But till then, they take that amount of money and they invest it in different areas and grow that money for themselves. So basically, they have a lot of float, right? So this is VNB, which is basically what I told you, right? Value created by new businesses. Now that is also growing quite significantly for this. So even though all of this is growing, that's holistic growth as what they always say in their investor presentation, why is it not doing well? Why is the stock price going down? Now, if you look at the overall market share, they are currently growing with respect to market share from 8.1 to 9.3% right now. So that is significantly good. This is HDFC Life, by the way. Private market share is decreased from the last year, which is 15% to now 14%. And year on year growth is actually going down. So the growth prospect is actually not looking extremely well as well. Now, if you look at their entire balanced product mix, right, the par and non-par savings are 28 to 24%. After that, they have ULIP, which is unit linked investment plans, which are linked to your market. Then we have protection plans, we have annuity plans, and all of this, right? Now, it might look very confusing at first, but I'll just go directly to our profits, right? So this new business margin 25%, 26%, 27%. So whatever the new business that is coming in, that margin is good and the value is also here. And if you start going down, let's start looking at their products. This is the branches, etc. These are the different type of things they have. We don't want to look at all of this right now. We will start directly looking at the product mix is fine. We will start directly looking at the profit and loss statement, right? Did I not open it for you guys? Okay, let me just check. We looked at the profit and loss statement just before this on screener, but we will try to find it here as well because I want to get some better understanding over here, right? Now, sector-wise budget breakup is also damn good. Annexures. So this is something that we need to look at, right? Coming back to this, reference rate is fine. Assets under management. Now, AUM is very important in this space, right? Now, if you look at AUM, which is basically assets under management, ideally we want an asset under management that is constantly growing year on year. And we did see a growth in 2020, we saw a growth in 2021, we saw a growth in 2022. And we have seen a significant growing thing coming into the picture as well, right? Now, one very important thing, this is what I want to tell you guys. If you look at the life insurance penetration in India versus any other country, we are the lowest right now. Lowest means it gives you a significant advantage that it can go to a highest point as well. Currently, we're at the lowest point right now. So India, the penetration is very low. Eventually, it is a growing economy. We will grow, and we're all understanding after COVID the importance of this. So that means there is enough space. Look at the life expectancy, right? The more the life expectancy goes up, insurance companies are very, very happy. Why? Because then they can take more premiums for more years, grow that money even more instead of giving out that entire money back, and the premium loss will also happen, right? So again, that is very important. And this is another very important metric. If the majority of population is under 65 years, the risk for them is very low. Just look at this, right? Majority of their entire population that they are seeing right now is going to be majority of 20 to 64-year-old, which is their prime premium period, right? Because there only unfortunate incidents can happen. Okay, so this was basically HDFC Life. Now, if you come to SBI Life, let's quickly look at their performance, right? Again, they have APV, their new business premium. They're also growing at a good CAGR of 20 to 25%. Renewal premium is also growing. So the growth rate of SBI is slightly faster and higher than HDFC Life right now. Okay, as what we can see right now in the market, the growth rate is slightly higher, and that is why the company is also getting a slightly more premium than HDFC Life in the market as well, right? So we want to be with someone that is actually doing really well in the future as well, not just now. And if we look at all the other stuff, right? Embedded ratio, embedded value is basically the total value of the company. Value of new business is also growing, but this is something that they showed as well. So basically, we are trying to understand which which life insurance company is very, very, very good. This is their AUM as well. Look at the AUM growth is also there very well. They have a 21% AUM growth as of 2021. Now, all this is good. Before we go more deep into it, let's first understand some information from the research reports, right? Now, this is a research report that is there about HDFC Life, which came out quite recently, right? This came out closing 2022 itself right now. Abhi aaya 3rd June ko. So this basically says what is happening. Healthy growth in all premium accounts. Favorable business mix also improves margins. I'm not going to go directly into the CAGR. This you can easily read afterwards, right? Key highlights in the quarter. I'm trying to understand what is happening with this space. Are there any microeconomic factors or macroeconomic factors that can affect the HDFC Life or SBI Life, right? So macro drivers for life insurance remain positive. Growth can be witnessed and significantly under-penetrated middle class for life insurance insurance is also coming in. So we're seeing a beautiful uptick in the middle class as well. And if we do the same for life insurance, this is by KR Choksey report that recently came out. They are also talking about the same thing, just zooming in for you guys. What they're saying is the APE again saw healthy growth. Again, the whole sector is growing. As I keep saying this, winning sectors will create winning stocks. Winning stocks in losing sectors will still lose most of the times, right? So if you find a sector that is winning and if you find a sector that is growing, this is like from a 5-year horizon perspective, then this looks again really well from this perspective, right? So again, this is good. This is just life insurance, so they don't have much place to play around, but general insurance is again a beautiful area to play around. I will share both these reports with you after this presentation. Again, as I was saying, there was a survey that came out last year which spoke about how insurance density in India is very low. $11 in 2001 reached $78 in 2019, but in comparison, figures for Malaysia, Thailand and China were $536, literally 7 to 8 to 9 times more penetration in other countries than in the Indian nations right now. So that is slightly sad from that perspective. Okay, coming back. So guys, I hope you got a slight good view into what is happening in the insurance market. Just to summarize everything up, the insurance market, premiums is very important, renewal premiums are very important, and new business premiums are very important. These three things are extremely crucial, right? Now, if all these things are growing and the insurance market and the sector is growing as well, then we have winning stocks. But out of all the stocks that we saw, there was HDFC Life, SBI Life, and that is LIC. But if you look at LIC, they're too overvalued right now, but they are the behemoths. They're very big. HDFC Life again is not doing really great. If I had to take a personal bet, I would take it on SBI Life, but again, that's because I'm doing my own research and doing that, right? Again, from an insurance perspective, there's very few players in the market right now, so you can look at it from that perspective, but this is a very long-term game. This is going to take 4 to 5 to 6 years, where the lower income tier 2, tier 3 groups start taking term insurances, because now they'll understand the importance of term insurance as well. Okay, so I hope you guys learned something about the insurance sector in this video. If you did, put a like, share, and then comment below. This is me, Shashank Gudappa, signing off. Take care. See you guys. Bye.